Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Coffee and Cards with Michelle. My name is Michelle Zanovich, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today is Friday, May 8th, and today we are getting ready for Mother's Day using some of my designer series paper that's retiring. All week long, we've been talking about retiring products, retiring stamp sets, retiring ribbon and paper, and today is no exception. So I got up this morning thinking, you know what, we have made cards for Mother's Day this week, but today we are making a very nice, simple gift bag. If you have never made a gift bag before, this is the one that you're going to need to make because there is very little cutting. There are 2 strips of adhesive, and that's it. Good morning, Debbie. It's good to see you. Good morning, Karen. Oh, we've got a full house this morning. This is great. Anyways, so I have used on this one, I had some of this paper left over, and I didn't use this very much this year. It was beautiful, but not my favorite. And I can't for the life of me remember what it's called. And I'm scrolling to see if I can find it. Anyways, it is cool because it has this wood grain on the inside. But this was my prototype, and this is very thin paper. So I wanted to make something a little thicker. We're using the Happy Mother's Day stamp from the Timeless Tulip stamp set, which is carrying over. But today we are using this lovely sheet of designer series paper from the Mosaic Moods paper stack. And it's thicker. It has that really pretty like enamel embossing. Can you see? It's really shiny. And this is just lovely. And it makes me think of Mother's Day with the flowers and the butterflies. And there's little bees. And on the back side, we've got this pretty yellow leaf mosaic going on. So we're going to use this. We're not going to cut it at all. It's a 12 by 12. Yes, Karen, it's pressed petals. Thank you so much. One would think that I would know this, but I've got new stuff on the brain. Anyway, so 12 by 12, you don't need to cut it down, all right? You will need either your Simply Scored board or your Stampin' Trimmer. And I have the directions written down here for me, don't worry. They'll be over on my blog later this morning at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. Now, get your 12 by 12 paper lined up in here. I'm going to see if I can get this on camera for you, and we're going to make 4 score marks straight across. So I'm going to use the fatter end of my stylus because we are on designer series paper, even though this is a thicker paper. I just don't want to go all the way through. So I'm going to score at 2 inches and at 5 3/4, at 7 3/4, and 11 1/2. And then I'm going to turn it to the right or turn it clockwise one time, and I'm going to score at 2 inches. Okay, that's it. Super fun, super simple. Now take your bone folder, and I want you to fold and burnish all of your score lines. So make sure when you're doing this that you have the side of your bag that you want to be on the outside, that's facing straight up, okay? Because you want to fold into those score lines. And the other thing is, if you know me, I'm trying desperately to use paper that's non-directional. That way, at 8 o'clock in the morning, I don't have to think which way I'm folding my paper. Okay, so this is the bottom of our bag, this 2-inch strip. And then take your paper snips. Oh, those are sticky. What did I cut with those this week? Tear and tape? I need to go find some Goo Gone. All right, and we're going to cut off this little triangle here. And then cut up the 4 score lines here. This is These are the flaps for the bottom of your box, or bag, excuse me, it's a bag. Just like so. Now, I'm gonna grab, so we're gonna fold this over. You know what? I messed up, didn't I? I'm so tired of messing up this week. I think I scored that instead of 4.5. I scored it a little bit wonky. So, what am I gonna do? Shh, don't tell. What did I score that at? 1 3/4. So, let's try that again, shall we? Let's make this one. This will be pretty too. 2, 5 3/4, 7 3/4, and 11.5. That looks better already. Whew, my goodness. And then we're going to turn it and score it at 2 inches. All right, completely my fault. I'm short, and so when I use the scoring board and I have the camera and all the lights on, it's hard for me to see. That's my excuse this morning. All right, so we'll just go with that. Oh, that feels much better already. Okay. Whew. I could have fixed it, but we're going to cut that one short rectangle off, just like we did on the last one. And then find those scoring lines, and it might be a little difficult if you've chosen very patterned paper like this. Okay, now let's try. Okay, because this is that heavy embossed, I am going to use some tear and tape here. And I'm just going to lay this down like so. And I think earlier in the week I said to use your bone folder and burnish that so you make sure it sticks. And then here's the trick. Don't pick it up. We're going to fold it right over on that score line. Okay, and then you should have that seam right there in the back, and it will match perfectly. Then these two sides here fold in. This is the back of your bag, so just put another piece of tear and tape down there to hold it closed. I might put 2 down. Just so it's nice and sticky. Oops. There we go. And if you have too much, just fold it back in over itself. It's fine. It won't hurt it. That's going to go just like so. Okay? Then you can use your bone folder, reach inside, and just make sure that those are burnished really well. And then this is the back, so keep that towards the back. This you can pinch closed, okay? So you're gonna have that top looking like that. And whatever you're going to put in there, I don't know. You know, what could you put in there? Let me know what you would do. Let's see. I had this out. I'm going through my piles of ribbon here. This is better this time. Okay, so this is that terracotta tile ribbon. And I'm just going to pinch it shut. You know, you probably wouldn't pinch this shut until you had it filled. Okay, so take your terracotta tile. And just tie a knot. Like so. And you've got that nice little foldy part. I like that. And let's make a tag. So I have a piece of scrap Whisper White that I had in my stash, and I'm using terracotta tile, so wasn't that handy? I have my Happy Mother's Day stamp from the Timeless Tulips stamp set. Susan Strong, I'm so glad you're here, but you missed my oops. You'd have said we were making a mess with Michelle this morning. All right. Happy Mother's Day. And then I have this punch. This is the Label Me Fancy punch. And it has a nice tag. And then it has these little pieces. Have you used this before? It's pretty cool. Nice job. Center it. Give it a punch. And then I'm going to slide this in like so, and I'm going to punch the top. How about that? I have some linen thread that I'm going to snip off and thread through. And I gave myself quite a bit to work with. And I'm going to come up and tie this under my knot. And let it hang down a little bit. It has been a challenge crafting this week with my thumb all bandaged. Okay, and then if you like, you could tie a bow with your linen thread, or you could just snip off the ends, whatever you'd like to do. But this is for Mom. And then I was going through my stash of embellishments to see, oh, those are sticky, what I could find. And you know what I found? Now, they'd have been better on the butterfly and bee paper. But guess what? I have some of these little bee charms that were from that Botanical Prints medley. And I checked yesterday, that's still available. And you know, I have that 12 card tutorial for free. So if you purchase a Botanical Prints medley off my store at makingmemories.stampinup.net, then guess what? I'll send you that free tutorial. 12 cards, just for you. So happy Mother's Day. And here's the one I made out of the Pressed Petals Designer Series paper. This is Mosaic Moods. This Mosaic Moods paper is on sale right now for, I will tell you, $10.15. And this is that specialty paper. It's nice and thick, it's embossed, and I think it makes great bags and boxes. Tomorrow is Crafty Saturday. I will be here at 9 o'clock, and I have a very, very special class for you tomorrow. We'll be doing a one-sheet wonder with a 6x6 square of Designer Series paper. So thanks for joining me. Now you have something for all the moms in your life, or all the women in your life who are like moms to you. Have a wonderful Friday. I will see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. All directions can be found over on my blog at www.makingmemorieswithmichelle.com. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.